Hello, in this video I'm gonna show you the first things I suggest you doing after first setting up your Redmi Note 14 Pro. So the first things I suggest you doing is first connect to Wi-Fi if you haven't done that while setting up. So let's go to the settings and go to Wi-Fi. It is pretty important for the further steps. So make sure that Wi-Fi is enabled, and if you are not connected to any network, then select the network you want to connect to, enter its password, then click on connect. And after it's connected, the next thing I suggest you doing is checking for updates, because it is also pretty important to have your phone updated to have the newest security features and features. So I go to About Phone, then click on Xiaomi HyperOS, and now wait a moment until it checks for updates. You can see that it says no updates are available, so I'm up to date. But if any are available for you, then you most probably would need to install them. So you'll download and install them, then it'll prompt you to reboot your phone and it'll be applied. Now let's go to the next thing, which is signing in with Google. It is also pretty important. You can omit that step, but I don't suggest skipping it, because you will not be able to install apps from Google Play Store, and also you will not have access to various Google services. So I suggest going to additional settings, then to accounts and sync, and now if you don't have any Google accounts under accounts, click on add account, then select Google. Now just wait a short moment and enter your email. So if you don't have the account, you can click on create account, then follow the instructions on screen. But I already have it, so I'm just gonna enter the email. Then I'm gonna click on next and enter the password of camera. And now I can click on next and continue with the setup. So here you can select whether you or your child will be using this device. I'm gonna leave it on I will be using this device and click on next. Then I'm gonna agree to the Google Terms of Service. If you don't agree to them, then you'll not be able to add the Google account. So you need to agree to them in order to have the Google account on your phone. You can also click on the blue text that were there, and they are actually linked to the Terms of Service, so you can read these terms. And now you can enable or disable the data backup. I suggest enabling it because it will secure your data and it will not be lost. And if you disable that option, then you may lose your data in case anything happens with your phone. So now I'm just gonna go back, since the account is already added, and let's go back. And if you don't have the screen lock set up, then it's great to do it now. So let's go to fingerprints, face data, and screen lock in settings. And first, if screen lock is off, click on that and set it up. So you can select a pattern, PIN, or password. I'm gonna select a pattern. Then I'm gonna click on got it, and then set a pattern. You can set it to something complex. You can just connect these dots to set it to something really complex, but you need to remember it, because in case you forget it, it is not too simple to restore it later. So you can see I can set it up to something more complex like that, but I'm gonna set it to something simple. So I just clicked on clear, then enter that one, and now I can confirm it. So I just need to enter it again, then click on confirm. Then it also asks you if you want to add a fingerprint. I'm gonna click on cancel because I'm gonna do that manually. So to set up fingerprint, click on fingerprint unlock, then enter your screen lock, And now click on got it. It tells you that if you have a third-party screen protector, it may not recognize the fingerprint, but often it does, so it's not that big of an issue. And now put your finger on the fingerprint scanner, which is under the screen here. Put and release multiple times. Also, you need to move your finger between each scan so it scans the whole area of the finger. And now click on done, and it is set. So you can also change, for example, the fingerprint animation, which I'm gonna change. And then let's go back. And you can also set up face unlock, but I don't suggest doing that because on this phone it only bases on the camera. Some phones have the IR sensor, so they are more secure, but face unlock on this phone only bases on the camera, so it can be unlocked with a picture of you or by someone who looks really similar to you. But I'm gonna set it up just in case you really need it, so let's click on that, then enter the screen lock, and now click on start. Now it says that it's less secure than the pin, and I'm gonna click on next, and then put your face inside of the frame. Then keep looking at your phone for a moment until it scans everything. Now you can click on done, and it is set up. So now I'm gonna show you how to unlock your phone with these three methods, and we're gonna continue with the next steps. So the first method is the screen lock, so just slide up, then enter the screen lock and it's unlocked. The second method is fingerprint unlock, so even if the screen is off, you can just place your finger here and it'll unlock it. And the face unlock, you can just turn on your phone, look at the camera and it'll unlock it, then swipe up and it's done. So these are the three methods of unlocking your phone. And now let's go to the next thing, which is finish setting up your device. You will see it at the very top in the settings, and if you don't see it, then slide down from the left top part of your screen and you'll see finish setting up your Redmi. So you can click on this notification or on that notification in the settings, it will do the same. Then just click on start, and now if you haven't connected to mobile network with a SIM card yet, then it's a great time to do it now, but I'm gonna skip it because you can do it anytime that you want. Then it asks you if you want to copy data from your old phone. So if you do, select whether it's gonna be Android device or iPhone or iPad, and then follow the instructions on screen, which are pretty simple, but you can also skip it. But if you skip it, then you'll not be able to copy the apps and data and everything later on with the native method, although there is a method by installing a separate app that allows you to do it, so you can just skip that and do that later. But if you want to do it through the native method, it is good to do it now. Now let's just wait until it gets my phone ready, and after that I'll get back to you. And now it'll ask you if you want to use biometrics to verify purchases on Google Play, and I'm gonna agree to that, but you can also click on not now, it's just up to you. Then it asks you if you want to copy apps and data for the last time. After that, it will not ask you that and you will not be able to return to that question. So I'm gonna click on done copy. Later on you can use the separate app that can be installed from Play Store, as I said before, but it's the best to do it via the native method. So if you've skipped it now, then you will need to use the method that's not as good. Now let's click on next and select our default browser. So I suggest setting it up to either Chrome, Microsoft Edge, Firefox or Opera or Brave, but it is up to you. I'm gonna select Chrome. You can also set it to anything else, but I've just told you my suggestions. Then I suggest setting Google as the default search engine, but you can also set it up to something different. It is up to you. And now Let's click on continue, and if you want to turn on Hey Google, which will open Gemini Assistant hands-free, then click on turn on, but if you don't, click on no thanks. So I'm gonna turn it on. Then it may ask you to say 4 phrases out loud to configure the voice match, but in my case it didn't because I have it already set up on my old phone. Then it asks you if you want to add your payment card, credit or debit to the Google Pay, so you can tap with your phone to pay or pay online with Google Pay. It is pretty convenient. You just need to either take a photo of your credit card or debit card, or either you can just enter the details manually. Then you'll confirm with your bank via SMS, phone call or your bank app, and it'll be added. So I'm gonna skip that, but you can do it and follow the instructions on screen. It's gonna be pretty simple. Then if you want to edit anything else, then you can also edit it. I'm gonna click on no thanks. Then I'm set up with that. So let's go to the next step I suggest doing, which is slide up here and uninstall the bloatware, because this phone installs quite a lot of bloatware. So if you don't want it, like the games or anything, if you don't like AliExpress or Amazon shopping or Facebook or Dust Cell, which is also a game, or this game or LinkedIn, these all can be uninstalled. Of course, the system apps cannot be uninstalled, but the games and other like social media, if you don't like it, you can easily uninstall it. So I'm just gonna show you how to do it. In order to do it, press and hold on a thing you want to uninstall, then click on the trash icon and click on uninstall. And you can do the same with all of the apps. So I'm gonna pretty quickly do that, and we'll continue with the next step. You can also leave the apps like TikTok or Spotify or any games if you also like them, but I'm just gonna uninstall everything that's the bloatware, so you know what can you uninstall. You can see that when I press and hold on a system app, then it doesn't show the option to uninstall it. So these apps just cannot be uninstalled, but the other ones can be pretty simply uninstalled. And now I've uninstalled, I think, all of the bloatware. Also the LinkedIn can be uninstalled. And I think now I only have the important apps. So let's go to the next step, which is updating the apps you have. So go to the Play Store, then click on your profile in top right corner and go to Manage Apps and Device, then go to Updates, and now click on Update All. So I suggest updating all because some apps will not work without an update, and some will just work better with it because they will have the security fixes and newest features. So it is pretty important to update your apps, and after setting up your phone, you most probably will have any apps to update. So let's start doing that. And while it's in the process, let's go to Settings, then go to Battery, and we'll configure the battery. So here you can go to the charging options. You can change the wired charging mode to either standard or speed up. So if you want to charge your phone faster, you can set it up to speed up, but your device might heat up while doing that. So if your device gets too hot while doing that, then you should switch back to the standard mode. I'm gonna leave it on the standard one. Then you can also go to battery protection. Got it. And now you can enable battery protection, but you most probably won't, because it will stop charging your battery when it reaches 80%, so you'll just have less battery available. But it also has an advantage, which saves your battery life over years. So if it is really important to you, then you can set it to battery protection, but I don't think it's quite necessary. Then there are also additional features, clear cache when device is locked, and you can, for example, set it to in 10 minutes, so it'll save the battery as well. And the battery mode can be set to battery saver or ultra battery saver if you are low on battery. So this is where to change it in the future if you need it, because I don't think you need it all the time. Then battery checkup, and here you can visit the battery checkup from time to time in the battery in settings, and then select the options that you want to set so it saves your battery. So I'm gonna leave that set. Also, I'm gonna set turn on dark mode because it'll also save my battery. Then I'm gonna select this option. I'm gonna leave these as they are, and then I'm gonna click on add these minutes, and now it has optimized my battery and also changed to dark mode, which I personally like. So I'm gonna leave it, and then let's continue with the next step, which is installing important apps. So if there are any apps that you use on a daily basis and you want to install them, it is great to do it now. So go to the Play Store, then go to search and search for any app that you need. I'm gonna search for WhatsApp. And then click on install. And I'm gonna also, in the process, I'm gonna search for another app that I want to install, which is Firefox, which is just another browser, because later on I'm gonna show you how to change the default browser in case you need it. So I've just found the Firefox and click on install, and it'll start installing. So while it's doing that, we can already go to the settings. Then in the settings, if you want to change your default browser, then go to apps. Now go to the manage apps button and click on three dots in top right corner, other settings, default apps, and now select your, for example, your browser or your camera, your gallery, your music, etc. So I'm gonna go to the browser and set it to, I don't have Firefox yet because it wasn't installed yet. Let's see. Now I maybe will be able. Okay, I'll just show you how to do it so you can do it here. Also, I suggest you setting the default apps now for the gallery and music and play videos, so you don't so you won't be asked later. So I'm gonna go to the gallery, then I'm gonna set it to my gallery because it's, I think, the best app. You can also set it to Google Photos, but I don't like this app, so I'll just set it to gallery. Then music, you can also set it to, like, I'm gonna set it to YouTube Music. Then if there's play video, then I'm gonna set it to the Mi Video app. And also, if you have any app that's full default caller ID and spam app, then you can set it. I'm gonna set it just to phone, and this is how it's done. And I think that's all I've wanted to show you. That's all for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.